Look, yes, we've won the last 2 races. We always suck around Abu Dhabi, and celebrating doesn't come out of the cost cap. But that doesn't mean that we're any less dedicated than we would be for any other event. Now, if you'll excuse me, free practice starts in 18 hours and my mechanics are still at the bloody poker tables. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome for one last time to Forza Ferrari. Today we round out the season in what is sure almost certainly to be an anticlimactic Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for us. We've never done well around here, and after back-to-back wins, a 1-2 in Vegas, that maybe would have been the time to stop, wouldn't it? But we're a sucker for punishment, which is why we're here. We're 205 points behind Red Bull. There's maybe a chance. And yeah, there's nothing in the driver's standings to race for, so let's just get on with this. The race, let's have a look here. It's not expected to rain in the desert, which is shocking for everybody. Red is sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector 3. Sections by speed, we can see there a couple of long straights for high speed corners, low speed corners, a bit of everything. So yeah, it looks like top speed, low speed and medium speed corners are what we're after here. 20-second loss in the pit lane, which is not huge. It's sort of right on the precipice, I guess, of whether you want to do an extra stop or not. One stop looks like the way to go, and the soft tire is about half a second a lap faster than the hard, which suggests, yeah, I mean, maybe, what was the expect? Could you maybe do a medium soft, or a soft medium? If you can do soft hards, no, yeah, maybe I'll try and save an extra set of mediums. Maybe we can do a soft medium might be the way to go. Historically, it's always been Red Bull, so no reason to think that would change. You never know. So our performance target to reach Q3, let's hope we can do that. Someone in the top 4 would be very, very nice indeed. Finishing position, someone in the top 4. Let's go for fastest lap, because why not? And do we have a chance of this? No, they're not giving us an option, so there's no hot streaks to be had. Alright, let's head off to Abu Dhabi. So there we go, confirmation of no rain. I'll do some free practice, and I will see you for qualifying. Alright, so free practice is done, and I've got to say I am a little worried because we didn't have the oldest of engine parts in. Piastri, of course, let's not forget, has the old front wing. We don't have enough of the current ones. Obviously, we can't make new ones. FP2, again, we were struggling a little bit. At FP3, now we didn't have to do too many runs, but 19th for Piastri, last of the soft tyre runners. It's not great. It's not great at all. Alright, so we've got the newest of everything that we have left in the cars. Yeah, you can see we didn't quite get Piastri set up. We did get Giovinazzi's. I'm hoping Q1's going to be okay. We only have, I saved 2 sets of mediums for the race, so we only have very limited soft tyres for qualifying. So we really do need to nail this first time. Alright, so I needn't have worried. We were okay. I think maybe the engine parts are a little bit older that we were using in free practice than I had initially realised. So that's good. One run, we got through, and that means now we should have enough tyres to get us through qualifying. So those that departed, as is tradition, both Hasses, both Williams, and Teo Pourchaire. Alright, let's go to Q2. Alright, now we are in some trouble here. Both cars are currently outside. Now, we did do the first run on used tyres. We have new tyres on now. But, yeah, I don't know if everybody else has sort of picked up their pace. If we did bad laps, I don't really understand why we're sort of suddenly so far outside looking in. Now, both guys have done a green first sector. We're on board with Giovinazzi, who's just been bumped down to 12th. And Piastri is currently 15th, last in this session. So, maybe I was right to be nervous about qualifying, just not in Q1. We've got a Red Bull, gets out of the way. Is that car going to get out of the way for Piastri? Piastri's a little bit further back again. Come on. Green for both cars. Can they pull this out and get themselves into Q3? Giovinazzi's only 8th. Piastri's coming around. He needs a second. Oh, he's done it. He's found more than that. He goes 6th. And we have done it, I think. So a huge lap from Oscar Piastri there. So we must have just done a bad first run, which happens, I suppose. All right, on to Q3. All right, so again, first run was on used tyres. This run is on new tyres. 9th for Giovinazzi, who we're on board with. 5th for Piastri, which is quite good considering old wing and used tyres to be, what, 2/10 or so, 3/10, quarter of a second, something like that ahead of Giovinazzi. Neither car has gone faster in the first sector, so that is troubling. I mean, Bottas up there in 4th in the Alfa Romeo. You'd like to think we could be ahead of him. Maybe that is wishful thinking, but you wouldn't have thought so. So Giovinazzi's gone faster in the middle sector. Piastri has not. Can Giovinazzi go and move himself up the grid here? Doesn't look like Piastri's going to be able to do it. But here we go. Giovinazzi, he comes across the line. He is 6th. Piastri down to 8th. Can he salvage anything? No. It's a little disappointing. 6 and 8 will be starting. Absolutely mental. Last race of the year. Bottas is up there in 4th, isn't it? Alright, so we saved an extra set of mediums so we could avoid the hard tyre, and that will get us there absolutely fine. I think I'm going to do one guy on each strategy here. That's fairly well evenly spread, isn't it? But I think what I'm going to do with Piastri is start him on a medium, and then we'll go... I wonder if we should do soft in the middle. The reason I say that is if we look at what people are going to be doing, they'll either be on a soft at the start or a soft at the end. If we put a soft on when everybody is on, either if you're on this strategy, you're going to be on medium, sort of, well, they'll go from, so say here, they'll be on either a worn medium or a hard, we should be fastest than everybody, or you're going to be on a hard tyre. So I wonder if there is an advantage to having the soft tyre on in the middle of the race, or if I'm just sort of wishful dreaming thinking, which is also possible. But let's just try that and see if that works. Alright, final time. Let's go see if we can do this. We're not going to win. I'd be absolutely shocked if we win. A podium. A sneaky podium would be nice, but even that might be a little bit too much of an ask, I think. We just don't go good around here, do we? Alright, here we go. This is... I've really enjoyed Forza Ferrari, I've got to say. I honestly thought we would be a little bit better at challenging for titles, but in a way it's been good that we've been able to challenge for wins, but maybe just not consistent enough to do the titles. But part of that is probably just down to the drivers, and I never want to have proper top-line drivers because I think that could get a bit boring then. Just because you are more likely to win, aren't you, with sort of top-range drivers. And of course in this, and I must say, go on, Piastri winning his first Grand Prix. But Piastri in this game is not a top-line driver. He's grossly underrated. So what's happened here with this one? It's at the back, is it? Both Ferraris are through. I mean, that is pathetic, isn't it? It's a Logan Sargent crash, that one. Alright, so we've held position off the line. What's everybody else doing? So Gio on the soft needs to be making ground. He's the only guy at the front that is on a soft. So, yeah, he needs to make ground early here. And then it's a matter of everybody else here. Are they going to be one-stopping or two-stopping? The one-stop was the preferred strategy, so it may well be that we find a lot of people doing the two-stop. The one-stop, I should say, and we're sort of out a little bit on our own on the one-stop. But if that's the case, then it makes it a bit more exciting for everybody, doesn't it? Oh dear. Piastri has damaged his front wing. It's major damage, so we have to do it. And he's knackered the tyres as well. So, I think we're going to have to put on a hard tyre here, aren't we? And see where that takes us, because it's too early. It's too early. I don't even know if we did an extra stop, soft. If that would do the trick. Now the question is, whose fault is this going to be? With K-Mag behind him, and that's a racing incident, I would have thought, but we'll find out. No doubt there will be an investigation. And he's got a penalty for it as well. Well, it's the typical Abu Dhabi race, isn't it? It's never a good one for us. Let's hope we get a decent... I mean, it's going to be a longer stop because we've got a penalty, which hopefully will serve here. Yep. We're also going to then have to change our front wing, so that's going to add time on. Pit stop. Oh, that wasn't even the penalty. That was a pit stop here. Alright, there's an element of this is just not worth it with Piastri. He's way off the back. He's got damaged suspension and chassis. So he's going to be losing time with that anyway. Plus, his lap times on the hard. Let's see what he does this lap. We're really pushing him on. And he's done a 29.3. So that's more promising pace. Because last time around, just he's not going to be able to keep this up. But on sort of attack, aggressive rather than attack, he was the second slowest car on track. So at least if he's pushing and doing this sort of lap time, he can, he will eventually catch up. But yeah, there is an element of this is pointless with him. But we'll keep going, you never know, maybe we'll get a safety car and something else will come up. And miracles may happen. As for Giovinazzi, we're kind of in a bit of a train stuck behind Leclerc right now. So the Red Bulls are galloping off into the distance. And there's not a great deal that we can do about it. Unless Perez loses DRS to Leclerc, and then maybe we can do something. But as things stand right now, we are just a little bit stuck. Alright, now we are in our pit window with Giovinazzi. Piastri is he's got ahead of Magnussen, who's stopped. Now I think Magnussen was who his collision was with, so I'm not sure if his tyres were just old because of that. I don't know, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Now Giovinazzi in his pit window, so we're pushing on. We are deploying as well. Yeah, I mean, we're dropping away. Bottas is falling away. Leclerc and Perez have both got past him. Yeah, it just seems to it's always been the way around here, isn't it? I think we've seen throughout the series that I think these slower sort of twistier tracks, we just struggle a little bit on, as a couple of them are coming in now as well. So that's very early. They were on a medium tyre, weren't they? Because we were the only ones on a soft. So that seems quite early. So they must be two-stopping. Because I don't think a hard tyre... If you maybe a hard tyre would just get you there. I mean, Piastri, we're pushing him on because he's got to, basically. But yeah, that's a bit of a strange one. Why they would be stopping so early. Can't figure that one out. But whether it come out Perez and Bottas, so 10th and 12th. So that's roughly where we would be looking at coming out ourselves, obviously. So we'll see if we can do a bit of an overcut. Now, what tyre do they come out onto? Piastri hard, so a medium. Yeah, so they're two stopping. So, yeah. That's not great, because that means they're going to have a soft tyre, presumably for the last stint. Yeah, we might be looking at 7th or 8th here with Giovinazzi, and Piastri, if he comes anywhere near a point, I'll be absolutely shocked. Okay, so here we go with Giovinazzi coming into the pits. And let's hope we get a good one. Off on go. That's not too bad. 2.5 seconds. Now, of course, we've got the battle with Alpine, don't we, for the pit stops. I don't think we're going to threaten them. Perez and Bottas are well gone. Unfortunately. They've been doing 27th, 28th, while we were doing 29. So we have come out in 11th. So we'll see where this brings us out. Piastri, has he got Ricciardo yet? Not quite. Yeah, I mean, his race is basically ruined, isn't it? I think we're going to have to do 2 more stops anyway. Oh, virtual safety car! Virtual safety car. So if Piastri's got to stop again anyway, this is a good opportunity for him. So we'll bring him on, put him on a medium, and then a soft tyre to the end. I think... No, let's go a soft tyre. And then we can see where we need to go towards a medium. Because everybody's going to be on either like sort of new or older tyres. So Norris has crashed. Now, he was ahead of us. So that's going to move Giovinazzi up as well. Is this going to be the Norris crash? No. So everybody that hasn't yet stopped, I imagine, will be piling in. This is a 5-second penalty as well, so it'll lessen the effect of that. And hopefully, I don't think we lost out to anybody. Oh, Ricciardo, did he get out in front of us maybe? I mean, we would have lost something because there was a 5-second time loss, the penalty. So but that's fine. Now, the one thing that virtual safety car, which has just ended, is done is we've lost our undercut that we were going to get on Leclerc and Sainz, so we've actually come out behind them. So that's disappointing, but they're on a hard tyre going to the end, as is Verstappen. Russell didn't actually stop under this virtual safety car, so that's unfortunate for him. So it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. Now we've got a lot of cars behind us on a soft tyre. But they're 9 seconds back, so they shouldn't really trouble us. Yeah. We've been kind of, yeah, we've lost a lot of time, because if that's their only stop, they've sort of saved 7 seconds plus a pit stop, so 27 seconds. That's a lot to try and catch up, isn't it? So, it might be a 7th place finish for us, this one. Alright, so it's getting up to the final stops. It's starting to get interesting now because Bottas has just stopped from behind us, so we've got to try and make sure we don't get undercut by him. Right now we're sort of right about there. We do have a full battery. We also have quite a bit of tyre life left, so I don't want to jump too early, because he's on a hard tyre as well, so he's going to try and go that little bit further. What did Perez come in? So he came in and put on a soft tyre, a hard tyre as well. So I think that virtual safety car has maybe messed up the AI strategies a little bit. Piastri will come in. Where are you on the track here, mate? So you can come in. We won't do this lap because we'll probably stuff something up. So you come in this lap now. Both of that, they're so far apart on the track, it's not going to make a difference. He's going to come out just ahead of Magnussen and anybody that stops behind him. Zoe perhaps now as well. And then I think we will come in next lap. Next lap with Giovinazzi. And he will put on his second set of mediums, and that should then take him to the end. So, yeah, I mean, Piastri's doing okay, given that he's got a damaged car. He is struggling to get through traffic a little bit, which maybe you would expect. Yeah. I think it's harsh that he got the 5-second penalty, to be honest, but he also got a bad pit stop, which doesn't help. And he's had to make an extra stop, basically, because he ruined his first set of tyres. So, another bad one. Or were we holding? We may have... Okay, so we may have been holding for the Haas there, so that's not really... Oh, no, it was a pit stop issue. Never mind, take it back. So that's not bad, is it? Two out of 3 pit stops were terrible, and the other one had a penalty on it. What a disaster pit lane day it's been for Oscar Piastri. Oh, and Giovinazzi's in. Giovinazzi's in. That was quick. We got so far apart on the track. Alright, this needs to be the good one. Seriously, guys? Oh, I'm sick of this game, I tell you. I mean, in truth, I don't know that it would have made that much of a difference. I mean, it wasn't that much of a pit stop loss for Giovinazzi. We are going for fastest lap here. We've done a purple first sector. Did we get DRS? We didn't quite get DRS off Bottas, so that might actually hurt the lap. This last little bit of it here. But yeah, we'll see if we can get fastest lap. That'll be nice. Bottas is on a hard tyre, of course, so we should get him anyway. But if we get a bonus point for fastest lap, and I think I promised I'd do that, didn't I? So we've managed to get that. A 1:25.0, that is almost qualifying pace, so very nicely done there by Gio. And it's 9 seconds up the road to Leclerc, who I think just came in and put on a soft tyre, so he's going to disappear. It's just whether these front three, what they do, but they were ahead of us before the pit stop, so I don't think they're our concerns, to be honest. So here we go. This should be Bottas on hard tyres with DRS, easy as you like. And after that, it's 11 seconds up the road to Leclerc on a soft tyre who's driving away from us. So that may be the last overtake we see on Forza Ferrari this year. Oh, another virtual safety car. Okay, I don't think...
quite a big accident, yeah.
Sonoda has crashed, so that helps Piastri out. I think Piastri was chasing him.
The damage out okay.
But I think if it was an actual safety car,
he's out the car and okay.
Maybe you come in and put a soft tyre on, but if it's just a virtual safety car, there's not really anything to be gained from this, I don't think. Sainz did pit as well, so he's on a fresher medium than us, but maybe catchable. We'll see what happens. Alright, so virtual safety car has just ended. We can pretty much push the tyres, not quite as hard as we want, but certainly close to it to the end now. Stroll has locked up, but that doesn't really affect us one way or another because he's in 9th. And the gap to Sainz is sort of leveled out at about 5 seconds, 10 laps to go, half a second a lap. He's got fresher tyres. It's going to be very, very difficult, isn't it? We won't get an idea from lap time from that lap. But, yeah. It's always an anticlimactic race for us, isn't it? Alright, now we can't keep this up because we are deploying, but we were a second and a half faster than Sainz that lap. The gap, there he is there. It's down to just over 3 seconds. Yeah, well, 5th would be a very nice end to the season, wouldn't it? Okay, now we've not been able to keep that pace up. The tyres were overheating and we actually lost a little bit of time. But I'm just looking at Perez in front here. We're both catching him. And he is 3 seconds ahead of Sainz, who is 3 seconds ahead of us. So we might be able to get 5th, and it just might be that it's Perez that we get and not Sainz. But if Perez can hold Sainz up a little bit, it may not be completely over yet for 4th. But we're further behind to, you know, like Sainz is close to Perez than we are to Sainz. And we did kind of go through the battery trying to close that gap to Sainz. But, yeah, well, we'll see. You never know. Piastri is right behind one of the Hasses. You'd like to think you could get him. And then it's 10 seconds up the road to the next one, so that's as high as he'll get. And, yeah, I mean, look at Perez is really, really slow. He's on a hard tyre, I think. So he's a second and a bit slower than what we were. And to be fair, we were... No, Sainz is at 25. So Sainz is flying, we're gliding, and Perez is crashing, it looks like. So I think what's happening here is we're getting a little bit screwed over because Perez is he's getting the DRS off of Sainz, and it's improving his lap times because obviously he's getting dragged up both straights. He might even be getting back. So we could, I mean, unless they're going to have a massive battle and really slow each other up. Yeah, DRS is gonna hurt us here, I think. We'll go back to attacking the tyres because there's no point saving anything with 3 laps to go. And yeah, that's a bit of a shame because I think we had the pace to catch Perez. Probably not now because, like I say, the DRS is sort of pulling him along. But anyway. Alright, so we are about to start the final lap of Forza Ferrari. Yeah, Perez and Sainz are in a really good battle ahead of us, but we've just, I think, burnt through our tyres a little bit too, maybe trying to push a bit too hard. What's his face? Piastri did end up getting past the Haas, so that's good. He hasn't had the indignity of being beaten by a Haas. But yeah, it's been a really good series. Thank you if you've got this far, and hopefully you have enjoyed it. We're going to do Aussie Villain Racing, as I've said before, so we'll create our own team on the new one, and it may not start exactly tomorrow when the new game comes out. It might take me a little bit of time to get the first episode of that out. There will be something for the new F1 manager, but yeah, maybe not Aussie Villain Racing. So perhaps fittingly, the series ends with a Red Bull 1-2, Verstappen beating Russell. It is Giovinazzi in 6th.
Okay, that's the check-in.
And Piastri, he will eventually come across the line. He's a long, long way back. He's still got half a lap to go. And, yeah, eventually he will come across in 14th for us. So, yeah, let me know your favourite memories of the series. We'll have a look exactly before we go how we did in terms of race wins and things like that. Yeah, like I said at the top, it's been enjoyable. I thought we would maybe been a little bit more of a championship battle with Red Bull or somebody. I didn't know if it was going to be Red Bull or not, but yeah, they've just been a little bit too good, haven't they? So Giovinazzi holds position with fastest lap, solid enough end to the season for him, and Piastri just yeah, that incident just really ruined him, and K-Mag didn't fare much better in truth out of that one, did he? So there we go. That is that Bottas with a strong result to finish things off. It is 3rd and 4th in the drivers, Giovinazzi ahead of Piastri, and then in the constructors, it is 589 points, and we finish 2nd in that one. The pit stop, was Piastri's actual good stop enough to get Alpine? It's going to be close. Did we get them for 2nd? Oh no, we didn't. So we're third in the pit stops, which is really, we're sort of either really good or really crap, aren't we? It's amazing to think we're the third best pit crew, when if you add it, I don't know, I feel like we're actually maybe even the worst best pit crew. Worst best? So there we go, that is how things finished up. Let's have a quick look at how much did we break cost cap by. No, that's not too bad. Only 8 million. That could have been a lot worse. So the board. Let's have a look here. Board confidence. We end with high confidence. They didn't like that. It was kind of the Yas Marina race I thought we might have, to be honest. It's never a good track for us. Okay, so here it is here. Let's have a look at how we did through our time with the team. So 380 points season 1. 3 wins, a pole, and 7 podiums. That was Giovinazzi and Mick. Season 2, 369 points. So we went backwards, though still 3 wins, 12 podiums. Season 3, that was an improvement, wasn't it, with Gio and Mick? 616 points, 7 wins, 3 sprint wins, 10 pole positions, 22 podiums. And then this season was actually a step back in the end with Piastri in the car. That's a bit surprising. 534 points with 5 wins, 2 in the sprint, 4 pole positions, and podiums 17. So season 3 was actually our best season of all of them. So maybe we should have just stopped there. But there we go. That is that. As I said, thank you so much for getting this far. Hopefully you have enjoyed it as much as I have. And I will see you very shortly on football Formula 1 Manager 24 with Aussie Villain Racing. Take care.